Hello and welcome to our new video in the series of Basic Law for Business, and this is about Principal and Agents Law. So in what situations are agents needed? Imagine that your business is in Chiang Mai, but you are selling your products through someone in Bangkok. Or maybe you are selling in the USA. You need someone on the spot in Bangkok or the USA who can do things for you. Those things might include making promises to customers or possible future customers about what you will do and when you will do it by, making agreements like renting a building for you. The promises might be verbal or they might be a legal written agreement. Whatever they are doing for you, you need an arrangement with them covering what they will do for you. You are giving them the power to act for you, and both you and they need to be 100% sure what they have the power to do for you and what they don't. You are putting a huge amount of trust in them. If they promise things that you can't do, you might lose money, or your business's reputation in that country might be destroyed. Then you won't be able to sell there in the future. The person who gives the power to someone else is called the principal. The person who receives the power from someone else is called the agent. We're going to look a little bit at agents in other countries. Any business trying to sell things in a different country faces a lot of problems. How to transport the things there and store them when they come off the ship or the plane, how to find buyers there, how to be sure you follow the laws of that country. And different countries have different laws about things like how things should be packed, what information for customers has to be on the packet or the label. For some things like medicines, you need to get approval to sell them there. They need to be sure your medicine is safe. For other things like building a bridge, they want to be sure that you know what you're doing. All these things can take a lot of time and meetings, and you need someone who knows the laws of that country. If you are in Thailand and selling in the USA, you can't fly there every time there's a meeting. You need someone there to act for you. Many cities have businesses whose only activity is doing this kind of work for businesses in other countries. They will do it for a lot of different businesses. In major business cities like Singapore, New York, or London, these businesses specialize. They may only have customers from one country, so they may have people who speak the language, and it's easier for them to occasionally visit because their customers are close to each other. Others might specialize in one industry. So if you are making medicines, they will know all the rules you have to follow. They probably also have a list of pharmacies that they already sell other companies' medicines to. Next time they visit each customer, they will try to sell yours as well. For many businesses, this is a quick and easy way to start exporting. All they have to do is to put the product on a plane or a ship, and the agent will store it at the other end, find buyers, make sure you follow all the rules, and send the payments back to you. What about closer to home? Agents don't have to be far away. Maybe you use them because they have skills that you don't have. For example, houses are sold by agents. Sellers pay them because they are good at selling and they can get the best price. Buyers use them because they can go to one shop and find out about many different houses for sale. They can choose which ones they like and which ones they want to visit. Another example is lawyers. Most people don't know much about the law. They need lawyers who know the law to make sure they only sign agreements that are okay. Employees often act as agents for their employer. If I work for Bangkok Bank and I agree to lend money, the customer knows that it's not me who is agreeing to lend, but Bangkok Bank. I am acting as an agent for my employer. So now let's look at the agent's duties to the principal. Number one is loyalty. The agents must do their best to help the principal. They have to avoid conflicts of interest. What does that mean? A conflict of interest is where an agent is acting for two different principals who are trying to achieve opposite things, or their own aims of the agent conflict with the principal. For example, if I'm your agent to sell your house and get you the best price, I can't also be agent for the buyer who is trying to get the lowest price. I would have to debate the price with myself. I also can't be agent to buy something for you if I want to buy it myself. Let's say you tell me you can pay 1 million baht. I only plan to offer 900,000 baht, but now I will offer just over 1 million baht. In other words, I haven't done the best thing for my principal. As agent, I have a duty to take care of the principal's interest without taking high risks. I have to follow any instructions that the principal gives me. Okay, let's look the other way around, the principal's duties to the agent. Number one, they have to make payment. As well as any fee that has been agreed, the principal has to pay any money the agent had to spend to do the job. For example, if I am your agent to sell your house and I need to spend money fixing a broken window before it's sold, you have to pay for the fixing. You have to support your agent. This could be financial. I have to pay the money if the agent needs to do something but doesn't have enough money to do it themselves and be paid back later. It could also be help making a decision. Let's say the agent says to the principal, we could follow plan A or plan B. Which do you choose? The principal can't answer, sort it out yourself. He has to support the agent if he's looking for guidance what to do. All this is controlled by an agency agreement signed by the agent and the principal. And a lot can go wrong with agency agreements, especially if the agreement isn't clear. So it's very important that the agreement is clear and covers all the situations that might happen. It should give as much detail as possible about exactly what powers the agent has to act on behalf of the principal. If the agent acts outside those powers, the principal doesn't have to cover their costs, and the agent probably has to complete any contract themselves. Let's say the agent has agreed to buy a car for 100,000 baht, but the principal said they could only pay 90,000 baht. The principal doesn't have to pay. The agent has made the contract for themselves, not the principal, and they have to pay the 90,000 baht and receive the car. As you can imagine, there are often disputes about whether something had been okayed or not by the principal. The way to avoid disputes like that is to spell out in detail what the agent's powers are. Cancellation of the agreement. This can also cause big problems. Agents often get paid only if the deal is made. Imagine that the agent has been working for months to get a new contract. Just before the contract comes, the agreement is cancelled. The agent has done a lot of work for nothing. Imagine the principal in Thailand has an opportunity to get a contract with the Vietnam government starting in 3 months. He sets up an agent in Hanoi to help get the job. After 1 month, he finds that all the agent's time is taken up by a different client and he hasn't done much to help you get the contract. Again, it's important to spell out the situations where the arrangement can be cancelled. The normal way to deal with this situation is to say that either side has to give a period of notice of cancellation, say 90 days. The conclusion of all these examples of possible disputes is the same. The legal agreement can only give you solutions in some situations. Neither of them is 100% covered if the other one messes about. Trust and a professional operation are much better defenses than legal agreements. Before you enter into an agency agreement, check out the reputation of the other person. Do everything you can to find out if they're reliable, even if they're in another country. You don't want to be sorting out this kind of mess. You have better things to do, and you may miss out on other opportunities while you're sorting it out. The good news is that agents are usually very careful about their reputations. It's the foundation of what they do. If people lose trust in them, they don't get any work. And this is the end, my friend. See you again next time.